Hello, folks. Welcome to the channel. Let's dive into the facts. There are no certainties in competitive sports. You can have upsets. The outcome sometimes can be unpredictable. Let's go back a while. Ali versus Spinks, and recently Wilder versus Parker.
We have a split decision.
It's a split decision. Now, which way is it going to go?
Flurry scores 143, 142. Ali.
Ali gets the first vote.
Judge Lutavit scores 145, 140. Spinks.
Big margin, 130, 135.
Buck scores 144, 141. The new
One of the greatest upsets in the history of the heavyweight championship.
Just walk him back and kill the time. You got a minute left and you shock the world. I'm Joe Parker, I'm taking a knee. Big right hand right there.
Michael Alexander scores it 118 to New Zealand. He is Big Joseph Parker.
Joseph Parker delivers in the biggest fight of his life, and now the heavyweight division is his oyster. What does he do next? Who does he take on? Perhaps it's the winner of our next fight, AJ versus Otto Wallen.
Well, to me, that would make sense. We kind of pitched this as two semi-finals. Parker's won the first one, over to AJ and won it now.
Especially in horse racing. A couple of weeks ago in Dubai World Cup, a £12 million horse race. The winner gets £12 million. That's a lot of money for one horse race. And outside of Laurel River wins that race by 12 lengths. Then in another race, Shima Classic, we have two great horses running. One a superstar horse, Liberty Island from Japan, and the other, Augusta Rodin from Ireland. I think he won the Derby. But the Arab or Godolphin horse, Rebel Romance, won by 3 lengths. Work that out. Sometimes plans don't go the way it should do. So what's the plan for Joshua? This is not a criticism, it's what I see in my opinion. Anthony Joshua hinted he wants to retire within 2 years. But before he hangs up his gloves, he really wants to grab those heavyweight world titles. Now what Joshua wants and what he can actually achieve might not match up. First off, he had some title belts but lost to Usyk and threw a wobbly. Then he tried to get them back and lost again. After those losses, I made a video saying Joshua needs to switch trainers if he wants to improve because he was too stiff and predictable in the ring. So he switched trainers and now he's with Ben Davison, who used to train Tyson Fury. But here is the thing. Changing trainers doesn't automatically make you better. The only person who can truly make a fighter better is the fighter themselves. I always say if a fighter doesn't have what it takes, they just don't have it. When they've reached their peak and can't get any better, no amount of coaching will change that. It's like in other sports, there's always that one standout player who's just on another level. After the Usyk fight, Joshua took on a few opponents and won. But let's be real here, they were all easy fights. Even facing Ngannou, who couldn't box his way out of the paper bag. None of those fights really tested Joshua. My guess is he hasn't improved much since the Usyk fight. And if he faces Hrgovic, he's in for a tough time. Hrgovic is a solid fighter with a good chin. Good solid back end. Defense might be a bit dodgy but can take a punch. Zili Zhang Bang landed some heavy shots on Hrgovic and he took them like a man. I can't see how Joshua will knock out Hrgovic. Only way Joshua will beat Hrgovic is on points. Joshua on the other hand has a weak chin, and if Hrgovic lands a few good shots, it could be a lights out for him. Another issue Joshua has is last in the distance. He was struggling for breath in the later rounds against Usyk, and he hasn't gone the distance in his recent fights. Muscles needs oxygen, and Joshua got a lot of muscles. He's likely to tire out after 8 rounds in a tough fight. If Joshua fights Hrgovic, my money's on Hrgovic. And if he fights Parker, it'll be a close one. Parker been improving, and his confidence is sky high after beating Wilder and Zhilei Zhang. But Joshua can knock out Parker with his powerful back end. Parker also has a weak chin. Zhilei Zhang proved it, but Parker got up and won on points. But fair play to Parker, he done very well in that fight. But Zhilei Zhang kept his hands in his pocket that night. So Parker could be a choice, but dangerous one. If Joshua fights Parker, my money will be on Joshua, but just. So who's Joshua going to fight next? Probably someone easy, just to keep him active. Someone who won't push him past 5 rounds. Another cherry pick with a double whipped cream on top. To be honest, who else can he fight? There aren't any good heavyweights around for Joshua to fight, except Fury and Usyk. So it makes sense to fight anyone to keep active until Fury versus Usyk fight is done. In this respect, you can't blame him. It's not Joshua's fault. He just fights who they put in front of him, I guess. That's reality. So what do you think? Any comments, please leave them below. And please subscribe and let us grow this channel together. And see that like button before you go, do us a favor. Give it a right solid uppercut and knock him out. See you next time.